Good evening, Juan. How are you today?
I'm fine, Nathan.
Okay, very nice to hear that. Juan is on Zoom.
哦，
Yes, 1%.
你昨天不是说你要来的吗？
You said
你骗我，我跟你说，
you are lying. You said that you are coming.
你真的？
Yes, I do.
你太伤人了，你太伤人了。
Mhm.
在教室里面就我们4个人，一个人坐一排，
啊，为什么是你们4个？珊娜他们没来吗？
没有看到。
好吧，加油，สู้ๆนะคะ
No problem. Are you okay with the capstone submission? One, are you okay with some?
Yeah, I'm still writing, but it's gonna be okay.
Okay, so you have got make a very good decision. You don't have to come. Just focus on what you have to submit. You are good.
Thank you.
Problems. And even if you don't actually participate or come into the Zoom for this live sessions, it doesn't matter to me at all. Your score will be perfectly fine. So I think maybe you can make a decision to actually pay 100% attention to what you are doing for the capstone project.
Okay.
Okay, so totally fine. Maybe after I talk about what we are going to do tonight, then you can just, okay, you will come back to watch the video later when you have got more time. Is that okay with you? Maybe 5
Okay.
minutes? Okay, good. Okay, tonight we are going to discuss about any issues, any concerns about the capstone project. Yes, because I kind of understand that in a few hours from now, some of you might need to very hurry in complete it and submit it before midnight. So in the very first minutes of this session, I will dedicate this opportunity for any request. Okay, and then we will talk about the revisions or the feedbacks that you might need to also give to your friends. How are you going to do that? And also the we are going to talk about how are we going to conduct the class after this midterm, and what about I'm going to talk about the activity as well. So altogether, I think 7:30 or something like that, we will be able to finish the class. Okay, so first activity. Do you have got any question, issue, or concern about the capstone project? Of course, yes. Have you submitted? Okay, good. You already submit. You submitted. Submitted. Very nice. Submit.
Also, that's why we are here today.
Oh, because you are very relaxed. Yes, that's why you are kind of relaxed and have got some energy to come. Okay, that's good. Do you have got any concern about your submission?
Yes, the content. Because I didn't I'm not really sure with my like target topics. I mean, I already wrote down mine, but I need.
Okay, so let's check Sarah work. Okay, let's take a look. All right. Okay, and please go to the page that talk about the target public. Okay, and that should be page 5, 6 something. สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ Okay, target public. Okay, let's take a look at it. Okay, target public. This plan targets two different target publics. the primarily being Gen Z and millennials in China and Southeast Asian age above this a year old, which are affected by the sexual taboos. Second is the LGBTIQ plus community in the same age and area. Okay, the target. Mhm.
Complicated. Like I don't know how to find them together. Like I feel like it's too complicated. But my idea is I want to separate between Chinese and Southeast Asian and also the LGBTQ plus community. But I don't know how to put it into better words. I feel like it's redundant now.
Right. Okay, I will have a closer look at it when I have got more time. But okay, I will take your concern and I will directly kind of give the feedbacks on this part when I have got more time. But in general, I think it looks kind of organized and kind of should be fine. Should be fine.
So my red is
Okay, good.
So Sarah, geographic well. But for me,
Yes.
for me, I think I separated into primary, secondary, and tertiary,
Yes.
but I didn't go into like demographic and psychographic. So I think that's like one issue that I found.
Okay, understood.
And I also I was
Maybe in next round.
right.
Yep.
And I think one more thing that I was a bit concerned is I used your like PDF, the GPT as a helper, right? And I got a lot of like goals and objectives. So they're all listed in, but like I wasn't sure, like because if you make a plan for every one of those 5 goals and objectives, it's a lot of work for like even like people to actually accomplish it. So for that one, I just chose like one goal with like its objectives. So I'm not sure how that would work.
Okay, I understood. Okay, some students have got about 5 goals and each goal have got 5 objectives. Yes, obviously too much. And Tim has got only 1 goal and 5 objectives or 3 objectives.
Like I list all 5 goals.
5 goals.
But like I chose one, like as in like from those, I just picked one, like to actually implement rather than like keeping all of them. So that the other ones can be like done in like
Right. So you kind of have got a very larger plans, and you tell people all about the goals that have to be accomplished, and then you select one of the goals to write in this plan. Okay, that's also makes sense. No problems.
Goal and objective. I only have one goal, but like my objective I create for 3 part of it. First one is short term and midterm and long term. And every part of it have 3 small points.
Okay, that's also a very large plan as well, because this plan have got some goal that's targeting at long term and some goals targeting at kind of shorter terms. Okay, so very similar to yours. Okay, so it's going to be quite complicated strategic plan then. Good. Okay, I will very excited to read your plan. But as you can see, there is no right or wrong as long as you have got the rationale to back up what you wrote. So don't forget to write about the rationales why you have got 5 and why you select these particular goals and its objectives. Have you got that sentences in the plan yet? Maybe 1 or 2 sentences, fine. Yes.
the one that I like, it's kind of like indirectly
Mm-hmm.
like at least 2 other goals
Yes.
from like the overall like 5 goals. So that's
Okay. As long as you explain people who read the plan I believe they will not oversight that 2-3 sentences, and they will appreciate what you are doing, of course. And this, and for you as well, no problem. Have you write some sentences telling why you have got shorter term and long term, blah, 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 blah? Okay.
But I plan it after that.
After that, okay.
It's like after that, have like a target public, and after that, like the key message I want to convey. We also have at that part.
Okay, maybe when people who read your plan have got impressions that this plan is kind of a little bit confusing, they will might be kind of close their mind, continue reading your work. Instead, writing at the last, instead of writing it last, you should writing it first. For example, after you analyze all the situations, then you tell that to tackle this kind of situations, we have to divide our goals. We have to do kind of multifaceted and multiple kind of time frames, kind of goal. So in this strategic plan, we will have short terms and long terms goals. You write this sentence up front, and then when you write about the goals and objectives, people will be very kind of absorb it very easily. Okay, so write it first, okay? And if you have got some time, you can just submit it again. No problem, just update the link. Okay, good. What about you guys? Have you got any concern about your work? The more you ask, the more you understand about yourself. What about you? Saria. Serena.
I guess if you could clarify how we can set the specific numbers for the objectives, like increase awareness by this percent, how can we come up?
Okay, that is very good questions. The measurable objective is something that I emphasize a lot in the text and in the video and in the example, right? And the question is, how can we justify that the number of the percentage is reasonable, actionable? Basically, we will, in a normal kind of thing that we do in the industry, we should have the baseline of something. For example, in general, if we don't do much things, not much activities, we will do what we just usually do. The sales will tentatively increase by 5%, around 5% or so. But now, with this kind of obstacles coming up, we are so sure that it will affect negatively to our sales or to our public perceptions. Normally, the public perceptions, they kind of gradually understand what we are doing, around 5% each year. More and more people appreciate us, increase 5% each year. But today or this year, from the situation analysis, a lot of bad news about our company, about our industry, about our stakeholders. So it should decrease number of the people who believe in us. So our kind of research, we might hire some research company to do some survey for us. And tentatively, we might, if we do nothing, we will lose about 6 or 7% of people who favor us. So in this strategic plan, instead of letting the situations go like that, we aim to get 5% increase as usual. And to do that kind of challenging things, we will not be able to just invest at the same amount of money in the communication programs. Instead, we have to invest more in the communication activities and also doing some kind of stakeholder engagement activity as well, and also face-to-face with some key publics. So we might need to hire more people to sustain our 5% increase. So briefly speaking, we usually have got the number that we can use as the foundation of the percentage. But in this exercise, just write whatever you like. As long as you kind of have got the habit, you show me that you have got a habit, a good habit, that whenever you can, write the measurable goal or objective, you will never forget to write it in a measurable way. And that's all. Is that okay? Yes. It is an exercise. But you have asked a very, very good question, Sarina. Very nice. Good. Yes, you can. 100 million. Yes, you can. For the budget allocation. For example, as long as it makes sense. For example, if you are talking about increase the number of the student in the school to drink more and love more of our milk product, and the number of the school is 2 schools, and you said 100 million baht, that doesn't make sense. Okay, but if you say that the whole country's schools have to love our milk product more, that makes sense for 100 baht, maybe too little. Yeah. Okay, clear. Have you got any concern?
I think for me, I might have like a coherent issue when I'm writing, because first I wanted to like do communication goal and objective for like the global for like globally, and then when I'm writing, I realized that it's too complicated and too much, and I narrow it down. So I haven't ironed out all of the coherent issue yet for my plan.
Okay, thank you.
And my company is Spotify.
Spotify. Yes, Spotify have got many markets that they are already enters and to maybe exit. Okay, so this situation in each country and each market kind of varies, diverse. So it's also a good idea that you think about the global kind of situations, and then after you analyze the situations, then you think that this particular market is something that you would like to focus in this plan. You write about that sentence first, and then you analyze that market in particular, for example, Southeast Asia, and you analyze the Southeast Asian situations, and then you realize that it needs to do something like 1, 2, 3, 4 in this particular target publics. And then you write maybe 1 or 2 sentences, say that, okay, based on that analysis, we are going to write the goal for this strategic communication plan for this particular market, like as follows. And then you write the goal for this particular market. If you can write something like this, that's perfect. I'm not so perfect yet, but something like this, because otherwise people who read your plan will kind of get a little bit confused if you don't make some introduction like that. And have you done this kind of thing yet? Haven't, but now you understand what to write about. So when you have got more time, you can rewrite it and resubmit it. Is that okay? Not too challenging? Okay, good, good. Thank you very much. And what about you? Takumi?
It's not for the project. It is written like evaluation and implementation, but
Yes,
I don't learn yet.
you
So
haven't learned yet.
I don't write, but I already let some classmates project. They already write the budget implementation evaluation. So I just concerned, should I write? Or
You can just write whatever you like. Yes, yes, just write so that I can give you feedbacks. Write to the extent that you kind of feel comfortable. You can write something that you kind of understand, even you don't have learned it before. You just improvise so that I can give you advice. And although you don't write anything, I think the criteria of giving you score will not give the score about on the completeness of the plan. I think because it is just about organization of the plan. If you already have got all the sections, it's fine, right? And the content in the plan linked to one another, yes. As long as you don't write something that jumpy or don't coherence. For example, in the situation analysis, you talk a lot about the younger generations, but when you analyze the target public in the target public section, you talk about the Gen baby boomer or something. It doesn't link. And when you use the media, you use social media to talk to the baby boomer. Are you sure? Something like that. If it doesn't link to one another, your score on this part will be kind of lower. The quality of writing, I think it should be readable in most of the case. And the potential plan, the potential effectiveness of the plan, okay, maybe if it hasn't show the completeness yet, maybe it's kind of difficult to assess. Yeah. Okay. Just only 2%. Yes, only 10%. And what about the final capstone? How many percent? Another 15%, I think. Yes, 10 plus 5. Oh, yes. And what do you have? Yes. What do you need to do for the final capstone is everything the same as the first capstone, but I add one line here. Respond to feedbacks and overall improvements. For example, if you submit me the plan that you already have right now, and in the final capstone, because you feel that you already submit the plan with all the sections, and you submit the same thing again. So this part will don't have anything to add for you. You will get maybe, if you get a full mark for the first capstone, you will get 10 again, but not 15. So when you have got more time, please make it better. Like maybe you can decorate the cover, maybe add some color. You do that. You can do that as well. If you have got a lot of time to do so, and you try to find ways how to make things better, and you check your friends' feedback to your projects and how to make it better according to your friends' feedback. So this kind of things will be very appreciated. And take my advice as well and try to incorporate my advice to that. Is that fair? Okay, good. So Takumi, it means that you have got a lot of overall improvement for sure. Right. So there is a good and bad things to submit the whole plan or not to submit the whole plan. It's up to your strategy. Okay. Okay.
How many percent of the final presentation?
The final presentation, how many? I think maybe two, the video things, nothing, no marks for that. No marks for the video or anything. It's kind of something that you just need to do it. You just need to do. It's kind of a practice. The scenario is you are the person who write the plan. So it is your responsibility to talk about the plan to the board of director. Right. And you have to prepare the visuals, and you also have to prepare the script, and you have to deliver the script. So this is your job, and it is a must that you need to do.
Either, we can either do it like in person or a video, right?
Okay. I would like you to do it in a video format because you can record as many times as you please. And okay, to present it in person, I think it's going to make a lot of kind of much hassle for different people because I would like you to do it in video because you have to do it many times. This is the thing that I would like you to practice until you give me the best version of you. The best version of you. This is the keyword, right? And by doing this, many students will not just leave their performance by their luck. It will make them practice more. This is what I kind of assume that it's going to be happening like that. Maybe I'm wrong. But most of the time, the students deliver very good video to me. Good.
Sorry, it's related to the video thing. So, for like our video, if we need to, are we, as master student, allowed to borrow the equipment from the third floor, film, section?
Yes, you can.
So that everyone else-
Yes, you can ask the audio department, visual audio department for some equipment to borrow. And if the guys want me to sign on any paper for the student to be able to borrow, just let me know. But normally those staff will work until 5 o'clock maximum. So you have to be earlier. Yes. Okay. But this is kind of extra thing that you would like to practice yourself. The minimum requirement is, and the standard requirement is use the Zoom from your laptop. Okay. And to have more elaborate productions kind of quality will not take into consideration because there is nothing to consider or give you more mark. Okay. The mark to be given is to the feedbacks and improvement. Fair, right? Yes. All right. So do you like these sessions? Interaction about your submissions and the chance to revise. Yes. Okay, good.
So do we have like any other exam?
Yeah, this is very good questions. Other exam is on the day of the final exam day. All right. And will be the same thing. Multiple choice exam, 50 questions. If you score more than half of the questions, you get full mark. Yay. Yeah. Yes, and last time you did it much better than many batches of the students before. Yeah, please clap a big loud applause to yourself. Yeah, very good, very good, very good. Yes, very good. 40%, no, 40 questions and above, all the way through everyone. Very nice, very nice. And to me, although I am the person who write the equations and the options, I'm not so sure that I can score as high as somebody here. Somebody here score more than 47 questions. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. You are very, very good student indeed. Good. And is there any questions in the exam that you would like me to clarify, or you are fine with every? Yes, me too. I also forgot. Yes, because it's more than 5 years, 3 years that I wrote these exam questions. So if you have got any questions about the questions, please let me know. Don't keep it to yourself. I will make myself as clear as I can. Okay. Anything else? No. Okay. Next week. But my plan is I would like all of you to write the feedback to your friend first. Maximum 2 persons. You did too. Very good. The reason that I asked you to write only 2 feedbacks to your friend is because if I ask you to write feedback for 5 friends, it's very likely that you don't read their paper, don't read their work at all. You just randomly give the feedback, and that it doesn't give anyone good. So 2 paper, it's reasonable so that you really read about it and give the very quality feedbacks to your friend so that your friend can make improvement based on that. That is a quality feedback, not just the number. Quality over quantity. And if I ask you to write for only 1 person, maybe you don't expose yourself to read more plans. And you will have got very narrow-minded kind of things that, okay, only good plans should look like this. But actually, good plans come in many different ways. Okay, so that's why I asked you to do 2 feedbacks to projects. And when the feedback deadline is going to be next week. Okay, good. Okay, so maybe I will give you the feedback around the 15 or 16, 17, something like that. The reason is I don't want to let you know my feedbacks before. Otherwise, it will dominate what you are thinking. So I would like you to be as free as possible. So every single activities, I think about it very comprehensively. Maybe I overthinking sometimes. I cannot sleep at night well, some nights, because I keep thinking about how to make it better, how to make it better. Okay. Any questions? Anything that you would like me to clarify? Most of the things are more clear, much clearer than when we start. Okay, good. So this is the week 9. We will do 3 activities. And if you are worried about completing the capstone project or revising the capstone project, you don't have to join the activities. You can just leave, no problems. But I will take around 5 minutes now to talk about how we are going to learn in the weeks before from this week until the final. Okay, let's take a look at the cost plan. Let's take a look at the cost plan. We will invite some guest speaker. And this semester, this year, is very nice because we did not get interrupted by any holiday as much as the previous batches of the student. So that's why our course plan on Wednesday, I think most of the thing here is not changed as much comparing to other years. So week 10, next week will be something like that. Again, week, okay, same. This is 27th of March, not April. So don't get confused. And the 3rd April. This is the problematic one because I'm not going to be with you in these sessions because I am going to go back to Xiamen for Qingming Jie. Yes, my ancestor tomb is there. Mo, so I have to go back on this day. So I will ask the guest speaker from, I think, maybe there are 2-3 options. First option is from the Bank of Thailand. He is former spokesperson and chief communications officer of the Bank of Thailand. So very good. The other persons might be the general director of, he is a former general director of the Ministry of not health, Kalahom, which is the military. Military. Because why we need him in our communication class? Because the strategic communication derived from military. Yes. That's why you heard that a lot of vocabulary actually come from military vocabulary. Like, can you say, tactics, strategy, campaign, targets. Very spooky, right? These are the vocabulary that the military use to conquer lands and minds of people. And we kind of nowadays incorporate those kind of idea into corporate management and communication as well. Okay, so we will learn from the where the story starts. So these are 2 options right now. And hopefully one of them kind of okay, as they usually have say yes before. But if any of them cannot come, still you will be able to check their video in the Zoom that I have already recorded. But at least one of them have to come live here or from Zoom. But you check the other person's recorded video in the My Course View video. And next, I would like you to be also prepared for this week, the week 17, because on the 17th of April, while you are so happy about the Songkran holiday, you have to be also thinking about this presentation. You have to prepare for the presentation. Although there is no point to give you, but it will consume you a lot of time. Okay, so please prepare for the presentations. And on the 24th, you have to, okay, do the quiz and do the final capstone. And also, you have to also really complete the video. But on the week earlier, you have to really know how to do the video so that I can help you if you have got any questions, because that will be the last time that we be able to really interact in the class. If you start earlier, you have got some questions to ask me. If you don't start yet, it's going to be very difficult for you to imagine what to ask. Okay, so this is what we are going to do in the later second half of the semester. Have you got any question? Are you going to all go on holiday somewhere? No. Okay. I will be away from the 3rd to the 7th of April. 3rd to 7th of April. Come back 7th. Are you going to go back to China for Qingming? No, you already went back for the Chinese New Year. Oh, good, good. All right. So, Wan, how are
Yes.
you? How are you? Are you still okay?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
have
yeah.
any concern about the submissions?
No.
Okay, good. Thank you. Do not hesitate to ask. So now we are going to do the activities. There are 3 activities for today. The first activity will be something that you will, I think, like very much, because nowadays people kind of concerned about how others going to like you. Do you like yourself yet or not? And what are people expecting from you? And most importantly, what do you expect from yourself? These are very, very crucial questions, very important questions to your life. What actually do you expect from yourself? This is a very good question. So I think let's take a look at the Ubrecht model. At first, I think many of you will feel that this model is very, very complicated, but let's do it together one by one. This is the questions that you should really now start thinking about it. How do you see yourself? Are you a happy person, or you are a sad person? You are in flow or you are not in flow? How do you see yourself right now? And how you would like to see yourself? Maybe you see yourself right now that you are not as rich as you want. What would you like to see yourself? You would like to see yourself as kind of as rich person, maybe? Or how others see you? Many people see you as a rich person, but you still maybe see that you are not a rich person. Is that be possible? Maybe. Right. Yes, because of the outfit you wear, but actually inside you still feel empty. Wow, so romantic. Okay, so how others would like to see you? How others would like to see you? Maybe other people would like to see you less rich than what you are right now, maybe, and that's why they react to you in a very funny way. Maybe because they expect something else. So if you understand these kind of questions well, you will be able to manage yourself and others better. I think. So let's do it one by one. Instructions. We will have got a graph with 4 axes and each number 1 to 10. Right. Okay, let's take a look at this one. This is easier one. The rule is you will be given this image in the line group. And maybe you have to copy the graph for 4 copies so that you will write the lines on one of the graph based on the answer, based on the equations that you are about to be given. For example, the first question, I'm going to ask you, how do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? And to complete a graph from 1 to 10, from 1 to 10, from 1 to 10, you have to specify somewhere. If you are very introvert, it can be very close to number 10. And if you see yourself that you are not that introvert, you can score lower. And you can see that it looks as if the word is kind of the opposite word. But it doesn't mean that you cannot be the opposite person at the same time. You can be that. Why not? And then you mark on the scale 1 to 10, mark the scale on 1 to 10, 1 to 10, 1 to 10, 1 to 10 in each axis. And then you draw a line to link each dot that you mark on the line. And then maybe if you like, you can fill the space in that area with some color ink. It will look something like this. Okay, to be easy for you, I will show some example as well. Kun Khan, can you show some examples? So student can be able to imagine. How do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? So this is the self-assess. How do you see yourself? And the second graph, you save the first one. The second one will be now empty, right? The second one is to answer to the questions. How would you like to see yourself? How would you like to see yourself? And then when you compare the graph, the first and the second one, if you see the different shapes, it means that there are some changes need to be made. But if they are pretty much the same, it means that there is not much room for change. Let's see yourself. Huh? Like to see yourself. So when you first thing you mark on the line, and the second thing you join the line, and the third thing is to color, make the color on the line. Maybe the first one you use one color, the second one you use the other color, so that you will not get confused about your present, and the other one is something that you want just to see yourself. It means that you might not achieve that yet, but you would like to be seen like that to yourself. If you have got any words that you would like me to clarify more, please do not forget to let me know. Do not be shy. Okay, you can do that. Mind oriented and body oriented. What does it mean? Very good questions. If you have got some problems that challenge you, you usually use your body to solve the problems. Yes, or you use your mind to solve the problem. Yes, or if it is not a problem, it might be the game that you enjoy. If you enjoy the game that use your exercise your mind, or you enjoy the game that exercise your body, or the work that you would like to do. Mhm. Yes.
It's a good thing or not. Can I share one of my
Yes,
experience?
yes, you can.
Yeah.
Talk about your experience.
While waiting for
Yes.
everyone to finish.
Yes.
So one time, I recently became the president for Indonesian students in Chula, right? And then I myself, I always take initiative. So one time I had, remember that time I met you, right? That day I took initiative to buy snacks and also water for the visitors. And I didn't feel anything like, I didn't see that as something, as a big deal. I feel like, okay, I mean, I happened to pass by Big C and I felt that that's okay. And then when I arrived here, I met my team and my team was like, Sarah, why are you doing this? I was like, doing what? Why did you buy all of this? It's not your job. It's our job. You should not do this. I was like, really? I felt like I did something out of my initiative, but now everyone it's like making something out of nothing. So I felt I questioned myself, like, did I do something wrong? Like I wanted to help, but what other perceive is actually different. They thought like I don't let them involved in my decision. But in fact, I happened to pass through Big C and I wanted to buy because I was there. And what they perceived was, why did you do all of this? It's not your job, it's our job. Next time, don't do this anymore, Sarah. I mean, to be fair, they told me like in a very nice way, but it got me questioning, like, did I do something wrong? So I think like I just took a very good initiative, but actually what others see is actually different. That's what happened. Is this something related to this? No.
Yes, yes, it does relate.
So I feel like I just took initiative, but what other people think is I didn't take initiative. Instead, I was being selfish because I didn't let them take part.
Yes, 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 you are right. Yes, that can happen. Yes. To yourself, you would like to see yourself as initiative, right? But other would like to see you as cooperative or reporting what you are going to do. Sometimes in being initiative, sometimes you don't, it's just impulsive that you would like to do this. Even you yourself don't know it earlier. Yes, so this is the conflicting about point of view, quite related.
I thought like it's nothing wrong about that until they pointed out. So I was like, oh, maybe I need something wrong. But
Right.
then before they told me that, I was like, okay, it's just like teamwork.
Right, teamwork.
I was like,
Okay, next time. Okay, maybe they would like to see you as what you call I don't know how to describe. To ask for permission. Or I don't know, not that is not permissions. It's kind of teamwork. Yeah, teamwork. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yes, yes, correct.
But I felt like, okay.
Allocate. Yeah, okay. Delegate the work. You would like to delegate work. Okay, good. That is the only one aspect of the exist. If you would like to write initiative, and the other one is kind of teamwork or something like that. So in your life, I believe that there are more than one exists or more than 8 exists, but to make things reasonably complicated, I think 8 exists is already challenging enough to feel. So Uwe Axblick make it in 8 aspects like this. So okay, let's compare to yourself. What does 2 graph look like? Does it look the same or does it look different? Different, right? And what does it mean when it does look different? Need to be improved or need to be doing that something lower, right? Okay, that is for you to improve, because I think the expectation to yourself is very important. Okay, there's the 2 questions to go. The third one, what others see you? How others see you right now? And the fourth one is, how would you like others to see you? The third one, how others see you now? Others, I'm so sure that you will feel kind of lost because there are so many others. So there are so many others. So I think you can select only the others that matter to you. Maybe your parents, maybe your loved ones, significant others, or maybe your classmates, your boss, your colleagues. So you have to specify that others first. Otherwise, it's going to be quite vague to do this exercise. Họ giao máy thường nữa ơi. Giao máy thường. First one, how others see you. The second one, how you would like others to see you. The model in recent exercise, you will feel that it is very personal. So that's why sometimes I don't actually ask you to share your answer, because most of the time it's very personal. Unlike the models at the beginning of the course. Wow, that's cool. That's cool. Takumi, there are 4 graphs. Okay, good. So everyone have to have maybe 4 graphs altogether at the end of the exercise. Okay, you are so neat. So you see that maybe others, many cases, It's like other people expect you a lot in some aspect, right? But in fact, you feel that you would like others to see you less than that. Otherwise, others will put too much pressure on you, and that's not fair. Okay, so when there is something like that happen, are your third graph and fourth graph the same? I don't think so. Same, similar. So you are fine. You're fine. But anyone who have the third and fourth graph look quite different. Any? Or maybe you don't have it. Okay, if it does look different, what you need to do? Keep it up. Oh, keep it up. No, keep it up. Okay, keep doing. Keep doing. Keep doing. For example, if okay, let's Tim, can you share your graph for 3, 4?
I did, so I actually, I just did one graph.
Mhm.
I guess I didn't understand the thing, but this is like how most people like how I see myself, as well as how like others like view me. I try to keep as consistent as possible for like both my internal and external
Image.
and so like I'm quite happy with how I am now and how others see me. So that's why I didn't like make other graphs.
Okay. So when you have got time, I think it's a very good idea to actually do every single graph so that you have got a very, very carefully think about each aspect of your life. Because if you see that the fourth and the third graph look different, there are 2 options that you can do. One thing, as you said, to keep it up. But if it does look so different from what you would like to see yourself, do you need to keep it up? No. Change something. What change something? But you don't want to be like that. So you have to communicate. Right. Yes, you have to communicate to the other that I'm not like that. Don't see me or expect me to do something like that. Right. So in your case, Sarah, people expect you to delegate the work to them, and once you delegate the work to them, don't take the work from them. They expect you to do like that. I ask you, do you want to do like that? Do you want to do like delegate and never look back to that task again and leave them do it? Even though you are at the place that you can do that very easily, you will not do that. Just let them go all the way to do this. No. So what you are going to do?
What I'm going to do is I'm gonna ask them for to cooperate with me. So I'm gonna
Very
communicate,
strong.
right?
Okay, good.
Cooperate with me because
Mhm.
sometimes, but since then I learned my mistake. So now I give comments to them as well. Like for example, guys, please help me do this, do that. When I sometimes before that incident, I would just do it myself sometimes. Yeah, I think that's actually a good area for to improve for myself.
Leadership.
Yes, because I feel like my kind of leadership style is very paternal. I feel like sometimes I don't trust my subordinates.
Yeah.
Yeah, my team. It's not like I don't trust them, but I feel like I doubt them. Like, what if the result they give to me is not what I expected? So sometimes I would like be involved in that. In whatever decision they would make. I know that's not good, but like I'm trying to I'm working on it. So what I'm going to do is first, I'm gonna communicate.
Yes.
Second is I'm gonna be fair to everyone. Like for example, if I need someone's help, I would communicate first with them. And then if they cannot do it, then I will do it myself. Like
Okay.
I will ask their permission
Yes.
to
Yes.
to do it.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Please give a good big hand for Sarah. Thank you. So when you don't, first thing is you have to understand yourself, the present situations and the thing that you want for yourself. This kind of thing you have to really clear about first. And next, you have to assess what people want from you and how would you like them to see you as well. Then if there are some gaps, there are two options to work it out. By one, keep it up. Second is to communicate. Maybe the communication is the easiest thing. Before you actually act on something, you can communicate about what are you going to act on. Okay. Maybe the first thing that you can say to your team is, what are you going to do in the next situations? Okay, you are okay. Thank you for letting me know. So next time, I will call you if it is okay that I buy some stuff from the Big C because I was there.
Yeah, I think it's not like 100% their fault. I made
That phone call would be very
I felt
important.
that I was there.
Yes, you should.
Guys, I already bought, but I felt like, okay, that's fine. But turned out,
Yep.
what they perceived is kind of different from what I.
Yes, correct. Okay, maybe a phone call will solve many problems. Okay, good. Thank you. So what did you learn from this activity? Different graphs, shapes, different approach to solve them. Okay, can you share? What did you learn? How? Yes.
I learned that Lawrence wants me to be rich, so and Lawrence also want me to be like.
Do you see yourself rich in the future as well?
I hope so.
Oh yeah, you hope so. Yeah, so that match. So that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just want me to like be more happier.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So I will try to make me more happier.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. So yes, you understand yourself more and you know what to do. Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you. So how are we going to apply what you learned from this kind of model to strategic communication?
I think that's right. So I think especially for like a brand,
Yes.
brands and companies doing this really helps them kind of better their products or services. So by like doing this matrix and seeing like how they see themselves, how they want to be seen by others, and so on, it allows them to take steps and measures to improve themselves
Yes.
to be like the most ideal how they want others to see themselves, the company.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Please give a big hand to Tim. Yay. Yes. And I also would like to share exactly what Tim said. But I did not actually use the model like this. I just used questions, only 3 questions. At the beginning of the workshop, sometimes I give the workshops on brand building and image building for some organizations. So I will start the workshop like, okay, good morning, everyone. So I would like everyone here to write about Chulalongkorn University, 3 things that impress you the most about Chula. Only positive thing first, because I do not take a negative thing now. Okay, so they write 3 positive things about Chula. Okay, maybe they talk about pink color, Rama 5, Sam Yan, Siam Square, Ban That Thong, which is a street food, and football, blah, 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 blah. So I read a lot of words that they sent me. Okay, this is something that others see our brand, right? And I reveal in the screen that, okay, Chulalongkorn would like to be seen as, first thing, good university. Second, a happy place for student, teacher, and their visitors. So Samyan and Ban That Thong can be part of that image very well. And the third positive thing that Chula would like to be seen is the university that do good thing for the society. And most of the time, this aspect never talk about or write about from the public. So I conclude the activity that, so and many people talk about the Chulalongkorn as the top #1 brand, and that is kind of matched with the first image that we would like to be a good university, right? So everyone, so what Chula should communicate to the public in the future communication campaign? #1 university in Thailand. 2, happy place for everyone. Or 3, doing good thing for the society. Everyone say the same thing. Doing good thing for the society need to be communicated more. So by this kind of activities, it's very easy for people to actually know what they need to do in communications. Very similar to this model, right? Okay. You have to assess every time. Then you know what to do directly from 3 messages. Only 1 message should be communicated. If we keep communicating that we are #1 university, other people will feel so envy until they turn negatively about to us. Okay, good. Next, the activity #2. The activity #2 is about this one, energy model. Many people already know about their score for the midterm. Have you know score for the midterm yet? Okay, good. Do you like it? Yeah, you like it. Very good. Very nice. And many people also thinking a lot about what score that they are going to be given for other courses. Are you worried about that as well? Yes, of course, of course. And are you happy about the score that you got from last semester? No, it's kind of okay. Okay, some people are kind of very still worry about it very much because it affects your well-being now. Yes, just like you are not so happy about it, right? So I would like to say that the energy that you spend on your thinking or on your actions actually tell about who you are. So this is the energy model. So I would like you to do this. If in your life, if you take a lot of time in your past thinking about something in the past, how much time you spend for thinking about something in present, how much time that you're thinking about something in the future, can you write down the number in percentage? The whole thing is the 100%. Am I right? The whole thing is 100%. If you write this 50, 25, 25, you are good at math. Okay, you write something that doesn't sum up to 100, you might need to use the calculator to do it again. Okay, so this part needs to be 100%. But if you are not so good at math in calculations, never mind, use the graph. You divide this into 3 parts. How much time do you actually spend on the past, on the present, and the future? from 100? Okay, maybe to draw the graph will be quite difficult. I think maybe you can go back to the table. The table will be kind of good for you. Write in number so that they sum up to 100%. When you have got some bad situation happen, everyone has, right? So how much time do you spend keep thinking about it? But for some people, they just thinking about something in the future. I would like to be that person. I would like to have that thing. I would like to work for that kind of dream house, blah, 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 blah. That is kind of person who spend a lot of time thinking about something in the future. You have to evaluate yourself. Just write the number. And maybe you can share the answer, this answer to your friend. Write it in a graph so that your friend can see the image, what your time spent on, how you spend your time on, how much time you spend on your past, present, and future. Yes, you do it in table. Okay, you can do that. But if you have got a chance to draw it in the graph, that will be more pleasant. More pleasant. Okay, this is 2020, 2030, 50. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, that's cool. Can you share to your neighbor and compare if it is the same or different? Let's check.
25, 52.
Okay. Okay, good. Can you please share? Okay, can you please? So it's quite different from Takumi. Okay, and you can tell why you are like that and why Takumi is like that. You can also share what actually things in the present that you thinking about and why the past doesn't matter to you. You just spend only 10% of your life thinking about it. Okay, you can share. Okay, good. Okay. Very nice. Okay, very nice. Oh, good. Okay, you can share. Very good. Who spend most of your time in the past? Most of the time spent to the past, please raise your hand. The past kind of person, past-oriented person. Okay. Oh, yeah. No, okay, move on. So who spend the time on the present the most? Okay, the present-oriented person. Okay, good. Okay, who spend the time on the future the most? Oh, okay, good. And maybe Chika as well, am I right, Peach? And Christine as well spend the most time on the future. Okay, so good. Christine, do you have got any questions? Jane.
Yeah, hi. No, I'm good.
Okay, you're good. Okay, on the good, good, good. So, it doesn't. You are not wrong to be the only person who spend most of your time to the present. But I would like to understand you more. Can you please explain why you put the present the most?
I just focus on what I want to do now.
Mm.
I like future. I cannot like, yeah, how to say? Nobody know the future. So just
Mm.
focusing on that
Yes.
present.
Yes, you
Just-
focus
just
on
that.
the present because present dictate the future.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. Like being happy now makes me like being happy in the future also. I mean,
Okay, good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Who spend more than 50% on the future? 50%, 50%, 50%, 60%. 55%. You, okay, 55%. Okay, let's check. Okay, why you spend the most of your time on the future kind of thing? On graduate now. You want to see yourself in the future graduate.
I want to plan something first.
Plan.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There are so many things you need to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so many things for you to do. So you have to plan well, otherwise it will not happen or it will happen in the wrong time. Right. So okay, that's cool. That's cool. So very nice because the strategy communication planning and evaluation need person who are kind of future oriented because you have to plan what is going to happen in the future, what you are going to do and to achieve those kind of goals that not in the present but in the future. So we need that kind of person very much. But for the person who are spending your most of the time in the present, you're also very important in the communication plan because I think you are going to be the person who implement the plan very, very well. Am I right? We need very diverse person in the team. And for the person who kind of past oriented, may be very beneficial for the campaign, for the team, communication team as well, because they can do research very well. They'll dig into the past history, brand history, market history. And another thing that they might be able to do very well is the evaluation. What the past action actually do well or not. This kind of person really be able to do, and they love to do that. Okay, so I think this kind of activity will actually tell who you are. So I think the reason that you score very, very high for this course, maybe because most of you are kind of future kind of person. Yes, that you enjoy this course very much because you think about the future a lot. Good, you are in the right class. Yes, but if you don't think about the future as much as other people, you are still okay. You are still okay. But the ultimate intention of this model that I teach in this course is because that I would like you to learn about this kind of thing. You can look at it when you have got times. But for the person who spent a lot of time in the past, I would like to say that, okay, maybe in the past for the food of thought, please. Food of thoughts. Here, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. And that's why it's called the present. So the present people is also good as well. And okay. Move on. some time as well. This is something that I would like to say. Okay, and the last activity for today is performance activity, personal performance activity. Every time when you do things, you have to evaluate what you are doing constantly so that you be able to make a decision whether or not you are going to do it or not in the future. So this activity have got 3 axes for you, 3 axes. If you are given some tasks, you have to ask yourself whether you are going to take it or not by these 3 questions. The first question is, do you have to do it? If you have to do it, okay, it's not an option anymore. You have to do it. Okay. The second question, are you able to do it? Although you have to do it, but if you are not able to do it, it's going to create problems for the person who assigned you the tasks. Okay, and the third question that you have to ask yourself is, are you happy to do it? Although you are able to do it, but it doesn't mean that it is something that you are happy to do it. Am I right? And at the same time, it is something that you don't have to do, but you are happy to do it. Is it the task that you would like to take? Yes. Although it is something that you are not able to do it yet. Right. So taking the tasks or keeping the tasks to you, it's related to these 3 questions all the time. So as a leader, you always have to think about these 3 questions for every single person you are assigned any tasks to them. Do they have to do it for you? Do they able to do it? If not, maybe you have to monitor or teach them how to do it. And are they happy to do it for you? If everything is right, the task will be taken care of very, very well. If not, it's something that you have to really have a very close eye on. Okay, so the task is going to look like this. So you have to evaluate the task like this. Evaluate your emotions like that, maybe. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Instruction for this activity. You will look at 5 days over 3 weeks of Officer Daniel's employment as a police officer. One person in this scenario gets a new task as a police officer. For each day, read what happened to him and fill in the values on the axis, each in a different color. 1 day, 1 color. 5 day, 5 color. Otherwise, you will get confused. And by the end of the 5 day, I think you will be able to tell the police officer that he should do the job or not, or he himself be able to assess himself whether he should keep doing this job or not. Okay. Day 1. Can you help me read the day 1 scenario, please? Maybe you, because you are the James.
Okay. On the first day of the 3 weeks, Officer Daniel.
Okay, when you see comma, every time you see comma, you have to pause a little and you have to raise your voice up before the comma.
Okay.
For example, on the first day of the 3 weeks, Officer Daniel had to fill many reports, 5 many reports. Okay, can you do that again?
On the first day of 3 weeks, Officer Daniel had to fill many reports, each
had to be transcribed from handwriting, written note. He does not enjoy writing this report at all. To make things worse, he had to accompany a social worker who had to take two children from their mother, Mrs. Green, because a neighborhood reported her for neglecting her children.
Neglecting her
Neglecting
yes
her children.
Yeah.
Filling the following rating on the
matrix.
metric.
Okay, so 9 on 1 2 because of course the police officer don't want to do want to do right want to do and be able to 3 and 4 for sorry, have to do 9, want to do 3 and able to do 4. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Very good. Very good. And day 2, please. Day 2. Tim. Slow.
On the second day,
Very good.
about the end of week 1, Daniel had an opportunity to participate in a drug bust. He had to go in as an undercover officer pretending to buy drugs. He enjoyed this very much as he got to arrest the drug dealer after chasing after him.
Yes. Or have to.
7.
Yes, he has to do it. Want to.
9.
Yes, that's a bad person. Able to do.
6.
Yes, he successfully catch that person. Okay, good. Thank you. So this is happy day for him, right? Okay. And what about you, Sarina? Can you help? Day 3.
On the third day, the Sunday,
Yes.
he and his partner had to work overtime due to budget cuts. During their shift, they responded to a burglary. One of the robbers had a gun and shot his partner in the neck. After requesting backup and accompanying his partner to the hospital, Daniel had to complete the paperwork associated with an injury on duty.
All right. So what about this day for him? Not a good day at all. Does he have to do it? Yes, it is a law and it's a requirement. He has to do it. 10%. 10 out of 10. Want to do it? No. Able to do it? Not so sure because it is a rare case. But he has to do it. Okay, the therefore Takumi, can you help? I noticed that all of you speak and deliver the speech very well now.
On the first day, that Thursday of the second week, Daniel had to inform his partner's wife that he had died in the hospital due to the injuries he sustained on the Sunday. It nearly broke Daniel to do this.
Okay, good. On the fourth day, the Saturday of the second week, Daniel had to inform his partner's wife that he had died in the hospital. Yes, slow and maybe 2-3 words at a time. Break the longer sentence into phrases so that people can process that particular phrases better. Okay, can you do that again? I know that you can do that.
On the first day,
Stop.
Thursday of the second week,
Yeah, on the fourth day, and when you pause a little, and then the Thursday of the second week, and pause.
on the first day, the Thursday of the second week, Daniel had to inform his partner's wife that he had died in the hospital due to the injuries he sustained on the
Due to the injury he
due to the
sustained
injuries he sustained on the Sunday.
on the Sunday.
It nearly broke Daniel to do this.
Okay, it nearly broke Daniel to do
It
this.
nearly broke Daniel to do this.
Yes, good. Thank you very much. So he has to do it. because it is his partner officer. He totally don't want to do it 1% of one, and able to do it, not so sure, because he almost broke into tears as well, right? And day 5, maybe Sarah, because you are close.
On the 5th day, the Wednesday of the 3rd week, Officer Daniel had the opportunity to arrest a robber who had been stealing Mrs. Greeny's money. As the robbers stole her money, she could not buy food for her children during that week. After the investigation into the neglect, into the
After the
neglect complaint-
investigation.
After the
this is long
investigation
word.
into the neglect
Neglect.
complaint, he and the social worker were able to take her children back to her, as she was clearly not neglecting her children.
Okay, so yes, he doesn't have to really do it, but he wants to do it because it's something enjoyable, and then he really able to do it, of course. So from the day 1 to day 5, do you think that the shape of the graph look different? Yes. And does the graph change the shape almost every day, right? Yes. Can you make a conclusion that he should leave the position as a police officer? No. Because someday good, someday bad, right? So by doing this kind of thing for maybe your job as well, for your study as well, many people at this point of the career, maybe you think that you should quit the job because it doesn't suit you. But sometimes it's going to be look something like this. The shape doesn't stay the same. So maybe you will not be able to make a conclusion yet. You have to wait until the information kind of more saturated. Then you can make a very, very confirmed, kind of informed kind of decisions. Okay, good. And what do you think that strategic communication practitioners, counselors, be able to apply the knowledge from this model to the work they are doing? Yes.
It's about responsibility. So for example, if there are tasks that you have to do.
Yes.
It's not like you can avoid that. You have to do whether you like it or not. But there are also things that you need to know your ability as well. For example, you want to gather about, let's say, 10 million, you want to have 10 million viewers for your videos, but
That is
you
what
don't
you
have,
want to.
yeah, that's what I want to. But you know that you only have a few followers, so it's very hard. So you have to know your ability as well. So you know if you're able to do it or not. And
Do you
if-
have to have that million followers?
no,
It's another,
yeah, it's
that's
another story.
question. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I think.
Yes, correct. Please add.
So to add on to like, I think this model can be like used for not only yourself, but also like the whole company and the people you work along with. So if everyone like has like does this sort of like metrics, it's easier for the employers or like the team managers to know what each person is good at, like especially for the want and able. For those ones, it's good for the team manager to know, so that when they have to do something, they can accordingly give it to the people who are willing and able to do that job.
Yes, correct. Good. Thank you very much. Anyone would like to add how this model can apply to your communication career? Can you think of any applications or scenarios that you can apply this knowledge to? Job allocation, yes, or maybe yourself, you can evaluate your performance day by day. whether you like your new job offer or not. Mhm. Okay, good. Right. I hope that the models in this week will be able to help you at the personal level to understand yourself better and also to understand the person who are around you better as well and can adjust things in a more logical way, in a more strategic way as well. And that when you are able to manage yourself, I believe very strongly that you can also manage the projects and the organizations very, very well later on as well. Okay, good. Thank you. I will not further ado. So have a very good evening, happy week, and enjoy the rest of the semester นะครับครับสวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับ thank you ครับ How are you, Peach? Do you have any questions? I am more than willing to address your concerns. Do you have any concerns? Do not be shy.
No, Ajahn. I don't for now.
You are okay for now? Right. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Ajahn. Good night.
Good night. Good night. Bye bye ครับ
Bye.
Bye bye.